everyone, it's Jake with Lifehacker. Today, I'm going to try to save you a little money. Here are 5 ways to make your old computer feel like a new one. If you're maxing out your computer's storage space, you're going to want to delete some files, since a full hard drive can lead to performance issues. If you know which files are the biggest offenders, you can delete them one by one, but in general, it can be difficult to figure out which files are taking up the most space on your own. If you have a Mac, you can use the built-in storage tool Apple hides away in About This Mac. Or you can use a third-party option like Clean My Mac X or DaisyDisk. On Windows, there's a great tool called Storage Sense, but you can also use a third-party option like CCleaner. In general, try to keep about 15 to 20% of your hard drive free at all times to keep things chugging along. Restoring your computer to factory settings is another software solution for you to try. It involves erasing your hard drive and reinstalling the OS on your system, giving your machine a fresh version of the software without any of the baggage from possibly years of use. Of course, before doing this, make sure all of your important data is backed up somewhere. Restoring to factory settings means that you're erasing everything. That includes photos, videos, files, messages, you name it. The fans in most laptops and computers exist to move hot air out of the machine and keep internal components cool, to avoid slowdown issues caused by overheating. However, over time, the fans can get dirty with dust and debris, making their job much harder than it needs to be. If the fans can't adequately move hot air out of your machine, things are going to start heating up, and then they're going to start slowing down. Cleaning the fans can help. If you Google how to open up your particular machine, you'll learn how to access the fans. If you have a hard drive with a spinning disk, ditch it. These types of drives simply cannot compete with modern SSDs, which have no physical parts and are a lot faster. If you find loading times and boot times way too slow, upgrading your hard drive to an SSD might just do the trick. Luckily, most computers that have one of these old hard drives make it very easy to replace. Just Google your particular model to find out how. Be warned, this last tip is definitely the trickiest and definitely the most technical of any on the list. Now, I mentioned already that it's important to keep your computer from overheating. Fans are one part of the equation, but so is something called thermal paste. This paste sits on top of the CPU and GPU in your computer and helps transfer heat from those components to the heatsink. After years of use, the paste can wear and make the heat transfer more difficult. Plus, the paste applied at the factory sometimes isn't the best quality or isn't well applied. Find a trustworthy tutorial for applying thermal paste to your particular machine and find what thermal paste is recommended. If done right, reapplying thermal paste can boost performance, giving new life to your computer. Thanks for watching. I hope I've saved an old computer or two from the recycling bin. And keep an eye out for more tips and tricks from Lifehacker.